Tottenham made a great purchase from Wolves, which was Doherty,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that left Wolves slightly exposed on the right side where Sterling was attacking them
Mm-hmm.
a lot. And
Yeah.
I think early in the first half you saw he was putting a lot of pressure, making Traore go all the way back to cover, and this enabled City to push high up and not have Wolves break forward and relieve their defense,
No,
allow a
I
little bit
agree.
of time to kind of transition and to build your game. So that I think that was a big move, and where the formations kind of went in favor of Manchester City
Right,
for me.
and they just bought Semedo.
Semedo, yes, yes, which is very needed, even though 35 million for Semedo, would you ever pay something like that? It's gonna rise to 45 potentially.
No, I wouldn't.
That's I don't
But they
know.
needed a right back.
They needed a right back.
They needed someone.
I don't know. I think they
So
sold
if
the
if
better
you
right back of those two.
right, but if you let's say you don't mind the money, he's a decent pick, right? As a player, he's a
Yeah.
decent pick. But would I pay that money for him? Probably not. But the question is, what else can they do? Like, who else can they possibly
right.
bring in? So again, I don't know. We can't know, but
So
we'll
yeah,
see.
that's a good point, and I think who else would they bring in?
Who else can they
No,
bring in?
not can. Who would? And I think they can
if
bring
they
in.
if they could bring
but-
one, okay, go ahead.
So they can bring in whole different options, but they seem to be pretty consistent on bringing in the Portuguese players.
Yeah.
And where are you going to find that many, talented right back Portuguese players that are going to fit into your locker room and as well as your play?
I don't know why they're so stressed on Portuguese players.
I think it's a very smart move actually, because when everybody communicates the same language and is on the same page, you can actually look back to Barcelona during their best years when they had their great runs.
Mhm.
Every player spoke Spanish.
Right, but
Every
first
player
of
was
all,
a
I don't know if there's
Spanish-speaking player.
rules in England on how many non-English players you can have
There-
on your team or even playing.
We'll look into that for the next podcast and we'll confirm exactly what those rules are. I
Yeah.
believe there are some, but you do have that ability if you like, right?
Mhm.
Like any
Yeah.
team, go out and get these international players.
Yeah, but even if everyone's Portuguese and you're the one English player in England playing in the English team, and no one speaks English, how does that make you feel? As someone who's been in the club before the coach was even there,
Right.
So, is it the right move? I don't think you should pick a player because of where they come from. I think if they fit the system, they fit the culture, and they're good players, I think why not?
Right.
But if you're decreasing your pool of players to Portuguese players, that already sets you to limitations.
And that's probably why they overpaid.
Probably.
Because, Barcelona
If
knows.
I was the
you-
owner, I'd tell the coach, like, listen, buddy, like I don't think this is how it works. This is
Yeah.
not, and
And I agree with you on that because the next time they want a Portuguese player, everybody knows they want him also
Yeah.
because he's Portuguese. And if your supply is limited, then prices
and
will go up.
like again, their pool is so little.
Yeah, they're limiting themselves
Exactly.
with that.